May the Lord give you peace, dear friends. Today, I invite you to pause with me and reflect on something we often see, admire, and even gift to others. The flowers. Simple, delicate, fragile, and yet profoundly rich in meaning. Flowers are not just ornaments of nature. They are the clearest reflections of God's beauty, creativity, and divine care. Each flower, in its unique shape, color, and fragrance, points us towards the artistry of the Creator. From the radiant rose till the gentle daisy, from the fragile poppy to the noble lily, each flower proclaims the glory of God. Jesus himself says in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 28 and 29, "Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Yet I tell you, even Solomon, in all his glory, was not arrayed like one of these." This shows us that God delights in beauty, and His creation is intentional, detailed, and filled with wonder. Flowers are also a gentle reminder that they grow today and wither tomorrow. Our lives are also same like flower, fragile and temporary. And this is not to cause despair, rather to awaken us to the importance of the present moment. Every day is a gift. And like the seeds that grow in the flower, we are also called to nurture our souls, grow in faith, and blossom spiritually. There are some flowers which carry a deep theological meaning. For example, the rose. It is a symbol of love, sacrifice, and devotion. It reminds us of Christ's sacrificial love for the whole of humanity. The lily. It is associated with the Blessed Virgin Mary, who reflects the purity and innocence. The aster. It symbolizes the faith and wisdom, which is the essential element for our Christian living. These flowers and their meanings can make us to connect the visible world to the divine. When I started reflecting, I remember the collection of popular legends about St. Francis of Assisi, which was named as The Little Flowers of Francis by an Italian friar minor. He gave this title because he saw St. Francis of Assisi was a gentle, joyful, and a humble spirit who admired the beauty of God in all creation, from the tiny flower to the biggest earth. At the same time, Francis found joy in simple things. And the word flowers in this title reminds the beauty, simplicity, and naturalness which reflects the Franciscan ideals of humility, joy, fraternity, and love for all God's creation. Sometimes when I go out, I find myself and my eyes naturally turning toward these beautiful flowers. There is a magic in the beauty of flowers. It is as though God gently draws our attention to them and reminding that this too is my creation and this too is my message to you. They live not for themselves but for others. Even, for example, bees come and collect honey from them, and we humans admire them. And even in their shortness of life, they serve a purpose. They convey a little message with a great meaning. And in our lives too, we offer flowers to others. We give bouquets to express our love and gratitude, sympathy and celebration. This act mirrors how God gives us beauty and we in turn give that beauty back to Him. In Indian tradition, we have a beautiful custom of offering flowers to God. It symbolizes that it is a love, devotion, and self-surrender. It is not just offering flowers at the feet of God. It is of offering our own hearts at the feet of God. A tiny seed that is buried in the darkness of soil, a flower emerges, breaking through the ground, reaching towards the light. This is a perfect example of spiritual transformation. We are also sometimes buried with hatred, jealousy, anger, loneliness, and insecurity. But these flowers remind us that we are buried in order to rise, to bloom, and to be a living sacrifice acceptable to God. Even each of us can grow from dark and hidden places because God's grace can cause us to rise, to shine, and to bloom. Just as flowers bloom especially in the season of spring, we are also called to renew our life by seeing the flowers blooming. May our lives, like flowers in the garden of God, radiate love and spiritual beauty. Let us serve others with humility and offer our lives as a fragrant offering to God. And may we never lose a sense of admiration, wonder when we gaze at a flower, because in that small and little flower lies the profound truth that God is near to us and His creation is full of love, meaning, and eternal promise. Dear friends, remember, whenever you look at a flower, it has a meaning to tell us and it has a power to transform our lives. I pray that God may enlighten our minds, hearts, and senses to these flowers so that we may appreciate the creation which God has blessed us with. Thank you, and God bless you all.